What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. I have a wife now.
A wife! A wifey!
Which means you could also say gains, bro.
Workout.
Wedding complete. Marriage. Now marriage complete. That way we don't want the marriage to be complete, right? Wedding complete. No, but we did get married 2 days ago. It's kind of crazy to think.
It's so crazy. It's still like so unreal.
I hope you all enjoyed that intro. It was a little emotional. We didn't film at the wedding. Like we hired a videographer, photographer, but that video is not going to be ready for some time. So I did have Kevin Mock, the old videographer, the GOAT, as well as Max Chunin. They helped film a couple shots here and there.
Yeah, we really both wanted to be very present on that day. I don't think I even knew where my phone was, like, at all. It was just really awesome to just be unplugged from everything and just be super focused on the wedding.
Yeah, it's funny because I never, like, it's not something I looked forward to or romanticized that much. Like, for me, the decision to marry you was all about, like, the marriage and the rest of our life together, not one day or 24, not even 24 hours. It ended up being, like, maybe 10 hours total. The point I'm trying to make is, like, I didn't build it up to be this crazy thing in my head, but now looking back on it, I think I can confidently say it was the best night of my life. And not just because of, like, the matrimony and the act of being married, but all of my closest friends and family from around the world were in Sevilla, Spain, together with me, having an amazing time, celebrating like us. The venues that we chose were absolutely amazing. The food, the music, the dancing.
It just all came together so perfectly. It was like out of a movie. Everyone kept saying that. They were like, I feel like I'm in a movie.
Now we're gonna kick back, have a little vino tinto, and answer the top 10 questions that y'all sent to me on Instagram about the wedding. But first, a lot of people have been asking to see the ring and the wedding band. So Julia,
it's beautiful. I can't.
Go ahead and show them. And now that y'all seen that, I do have to give a huge thank you to James Allen for being the sponsor of today's video. So check it out. JamesAllen.com is this website that sells diamonds and engagement rings. And if we rewind back to the end of 2019, when I started looking for Julia's engagement ring, Like, I was lost. I went to some local jewelry shops, but it felt a bit sketchy, like they were trying to deceive me or shice me. So I started looking online, but then there's a million different websites that sell diamonds online. And then I found James Allen, and it immediately stood out because they assigned me this personal jeweler to work with who I could call. And I called her all the time, actually, because I didn't know what I was doing. And we look at the website together, because on the website you can see each diamond 360 degrees, super high resolution, so I could understand exactly the differences between one diamond and another. And that's what finally gave me the confidence to choose not only the perfect diamond and put it in the perfect ring that I knew Julia would love, but I also knew I was getting like an incredible value. And obviously that experience was so amazing with the engagement ring that when it came time to get Julia's wedding band and also my wedding ring, like, I didn't even think about it, bro. I just went straight to James Allen. And I realize not everyone's planning their engagement or their wedding right now, but I just wish someone had notified me about JamesAllen.com, because it would have saved me a lot of time. And it's not just for like wedding stuff. They also just sell really good jewelry. So maybe you want to get a gift for your mother or your sister or your girlfriend. Like, it's the spot that's going to allow you to do that with confidence. Anyway, I'll drop the link, first link in description, so you can take a look at their selection, take a look at how easy the process is. Check it out. Let's keep this video going. All right, now, this chair is so squeaky. Let's get into these questions. When did you realize you wanted to marry her? What green flags were there for you to take this decision? This guy's Spanish. He said, take the decision. That's like, that's how you say it in Spanish. So I'm a very logical person, and I knew I would wait 3 years of dating someone before even thinking about that decision. So that's what I did. And after 3 years, when I thought about it, I was pretty confident that Julia is someone I want to spend the rest of my life with. So like, the top green flags I would say was that, first of all, like, I think physical attraction, you know, other things are important, but the fact that that did not die, but it actually increased after 3 years, that's rare, and it's even increased through 6 years now. Second, it was a logical decision, not an emotional decision of, oh my God, I just want to have a wife and I love you and I want to marry you. Not that those things aren't true, but like, it's more than that. Julia's gonna be an amazing mother to our children. She's a very nurturing side to her. We both, our values and what we want to do in life align. Like, we've been traveling a lot. You know, we moved to Spain together. She's always had that adventurous side. It just makes sense. And we've been able to push each other to grow so much over these 6 years. And 3, I'm just gonna do my top 3. I fucking love her, bro. Why did you choose a destination wedding?
So it's kind of funny, actually. When I thought David was gonna propose to me, we went on a big trip to Spain. And so I was like, oh, he's definitely gonna propose. Because it was kind of like the beginning of our relationship kind of started in Spain, but he didn't end up proposing in Spain. And then
our relationship started in Boston, but after it was like a casual relationship for 6 months, we met up again in Spain, and that's when we took it to the next step.
Yes. And so I think for us, it was kind of like this special place, and obviously his family's there, and the idea of getting married in Spain both really made sense to us. And then when we found the venue, we fell in love with it, and we were like, let's do this. Like, this is amazing. Why not?
What changes for you and Julia now? Well, on a day-to-day basis, I don't think much will change. I mean, I think maybe there's like a fundamental feeling of like, this is for the rest of our life now, and I'm down with that.
It's funny, we were sitting on the couch and I was like, I think all that's changed is that he calls me wifey and I call him jefe. And jefe is a Spanish word for like chief or like boss. But other than that, like, it feels the exact same. I don't know. I
have a wife now.
jefe.
This is gonna be a real tough one. What were the 3 moments that stood out to you most at your wedding? Why?
I have so many, but the first one was when I walked down the aisle and I made eye contact with David. We stood up there and I was like, yep, I'm gonna marry the love of my life right now.
I'm gonna say the same one. That's the first one that comes to mind. The moment I saw Julia enter the church, it was an extremely emotional moment where it finally felt real. Like, this is happening. It was a beautiful church. She was so beautiful in her dress. She was coming down the aisle with her dad, not our dog, her dad Jim, and it was special.
Number 2 was the venue. Everything that I've been planning for a super long time all came together. It was absolutely stunning. Everyone was so blown away. I was blown away.
Just how many genuine moments I shared with people I love. Spanish family, American family, Julia's family, my closest friends, when we were sober, when we were hammered. I think I laughed with everybody. And I know maybe it's a cop-out answer because it's not a specific moment, but it was fucking emotional and amazing.
Obviously, that's how I felt. All these people came to support us and be there for us. It was amazing. But
number 3 is one I'm not even gonna, this is the same for us. My cousins Josh and Matt. Well, okay, y'all probably remember listening to this song back in 2019.
It was like top charts.
Big hit of the summertime.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all probably heard this.
We're gonna party like it's a weekend. It's only Monday, but never catch a feeling.
It's the homie Dave and we back in the bakery.
And I'm still a beast with these gangs. Can't play hide and seek with these gangs.
Living the dream of a single man. Once I pop, she can't stop like a Pringles can.
Well, my cousins Matt and Josh, who were part of that song along with the homie Dave, they gave a speech together. And at the end
my
of this
God.
speech,
The speech was perfect.
I don't think anyone saw this coming. If you don't want to hear this, fast forward a minute and a half, but this might have been the greatest moment of the whole night.
You don't want to miss it.
We're gonna party, cause it's been waiting. Said never catch feelings, but ladies catching bouquets. They said I do, babe, I don't believe it.
Hell nah.
Is this real, or is this you to click, babe?
1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Like my bestseller, I used to dominate. It's all about the single life, then I swipe right. Now I got a humble wife. To the gym, saw her on the treadmill, had to get her in. One more set. I used to hate dumping, take a boat to the vet. That's both to the room. You gon' be the bride, I'ma be the groom. We went to my babe with my babe. Now we in Sevilla, it's our wedding day. Let's make a lifetime of games, bro. We ain't talking about the Beasley app. Let's grow within the tree. So death do us part. We always stay beastly. That's right.
Forever catch feelings and on to making
Let's make some babies.
They said I do, babe, and I do believe it. This love is real, and ain't no you to click, babe.
Congratulations to Julia Day.
Honestly, when they did this, my Spanish family, who don't know them, I think they were so confused and blown away. And like Matt rapped well. Josh is such an amazing singer, and it was so off the cuff.
It was perfect.
I didn't know it was coming. I was laughing and crying, and this is after they roasted me for like 8 minutes of during their speech as well. They made such a special day. They like took it to a whole different level. How many people came?
It was amazing. We had about 120 people. It was perfect, the perfect size.
During the time you were leveling up, did you always think you were going to get married? No, I mean, I always thought, or it's always been important to me to have a family of my own, and for me, marriage is part of that, but it's never something that was like a focus of mine. Y'all know I'm big on, even if you're single, just look at each date you go on as like a casual hookup, and let it prove you wrong that it's more than that, because that's what happened with me and Julie. We tried to ignore it for 6 months. All the best relationships I know, they've all started, not all of them, but most of them have started similarly, where both of them didn't really want a relationship. They tried to ignore it and not to have it be a relationship, but there were so many things going for it that it turned into a relationship. Like, the mistake most people make is they romanticize the person that they've been on 3 or 4 dates with, they've been hanging out with for a week or 2 months, and then they make it into something that seems right, even though maybe it's not.
And we've been together for 6 years, so
Before marriage.
Before marriage.
Yeah. Do you also wear a ring? So, I mean, at the wedding, she put a ring on my finger. I am wearing it for this video, of course. But typically, I'm not gonna wear this. I don't really like jewelry. If I'm lifting weights, it's not practical. So most of the time, I won't wear it. But for special occasions or we're going out, maybe.
Yeah, I think it looks really handsome on him. So, but if we go out and he can put it on, like, I'm okay with that.
Did you cry when you saw her in the dress? Julie doesn't think I cried, but I wasn't like, I wasn't bawling my eyes out. I was very teary-eyed, not only when you were coming down the aisle, but throughout the whole night, but especially throughout the ceremony at the church.
Yeah, Dave's not like one to be like a full-blown crier. I just think, how we see so many Instagram reels or all these like TikToks of guys like bawling their eyes out. I don't know, part of me was like, oh, is he gonna just like lose it? But he didn't.
It was emotional. I'm not gonna lose it. Did everything go correctly as planned, or were there some adjustments made?
No, it was definitely like the most stressful week of my life leading up to the wedding. We got married on a Friday. But looking back, like, they were just like so minor things that really didn't mean anything because the wedding turned out perfectly. But for example,
Yeah, so there was like a noise ordinance, so the venue was not allowed to have any speakers outside, and we had planned to have some light music during cocktail hour and dinners, and the speeches were going to be made during the dinner. But it actually worked out really well that the speeches were made as people entered to like the dance floor and the DJ area, and people were all like standing and super attentive to the speeches instead of eating.
yeah, I thought it was way better.
It was actually
that
for the
way.
better.
Yeah.
Does the sex stop now? Obviously, bro. Like, I'm married. We're not hooking up anymore.
We didn't hook up before it.
We didn't hook before what?
Marriage. It was a bad joke. Hell no.
Now we're pretty active. We've always been pretty active, and that's not gonna change at all, man. Like, that's not the life that either of us want.
Hefe. That's all that's changed.
When are we gonna see the first Beastly baby? So I'll let you. I know Julia has an answer to this, I'm sure. All girls have this timeline in their head, right?
Well, it's not a timeline like biologically.
No, I know. But girls have a timeline that's a bit more aggressive than the biologics of the situation, than the reality of the situation. But Julia has, she's been great about, I don't say being flexible, but like obviously as our life's developed, we haven't been at the point yet to where that would make sense. And so it's not something that we're gonna like force.
Yeah, I think I really want to be settled, and obviously moving internationally.
Wait, we don't move every 3 months. We're settled.
We're not settled. So I turned 30 in July. Wow, that's so old. But I turned 30 in July, and I want to have a big party and celebrate with friends. So obviously I want to be able to drink. So maybe after that we can, talk about it, but definitely no time soon.
Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Obviously, I wanted to let y'all in on this very special moment in my life, in our lives. So yeah, thanks for following the journey. In the next video, we got a bit of an update for you on a new situation here in Marbella. You can kind of get a little hint about where I'm standing right now. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you, bro. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, because I drop 2 new videos every single week, and we got some bangers in the pipeline. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.